I was looking at some of the comments under a YouTube video of a creator that I like to follow. One person was complaining about why this creator had to make such a long intro explaining where viewers can access his resources and such. Someone else chimed in and sarcastically said, "Oh, it's just so he can make money." And I'm thinking to myself, and? It's prompted me to make a video about the shadow around money. Back in the day when humanity functioned as a community and tribal species, if you needed something, you have something like a trade system. It was how you kept things running and helps to contribute to one another's sustainability. So say you needed some type of an herb. You might then give your neighbor a certain spice that they need in exchange for an herb that you need. But in order to function as a community or tribe, in order to maintain the sustainability of that group, there needed to be a circulation. If you were to just give and give and give without that need being replenished, you would deplete yourself until you couldn't give any more. And I suppose if somebody had extras of something and you needed something, people would gift them to you and just give them to you. Needless to say, a tribal community looked after one another. Similarly today, though, at the heart of running business or providing a service in exchange for money, it's the same act of exchange. It is offering one thing of need in order to be provided a need of your own. But as the belief around money as a collective turned rather sour, when we started to believe that the love of money is the root of all evil, and we started to treat money as a selfish, evil thing, such things like asking for help or asking for money in exchange for a need being met became nearly taboo. When I look into the shadow behind money, or rather this negative attitude towards it, I see this blank space, a missing space, where imagine you have a string, solid piece of string running seamlessly as one for a certain length, and then suddenly it comes to an end. And then you have a space in between, a gap, in between that point and the point where the string starts again. And in this missing space, we're not even conscious about why it is we really think money is so bad. This is the shadow space, the thing that you don't see. And yet all of us need money, and all of us acknowledge the need to do something to earn money so as to make a living. Yet it's only bad when others ask for money, even when the service it's only bad, let me rephrase that, it's only bad when others ask you for money, even when the service they have to offer has so much energy poured into it and so many hours of work, and it carries such a sacrifice of time and energy. Yes, when we offer you a service, it is to trade for this monetary exchange in a way that we need, and so thereby fulfilling a need for both of us. In this day and age, it takes money to attain resources. In a day and age where there is no self-sustainability, rather everything that we attain is done by way of money. The majority of us don't grow our own food, our own crops. We don't keep chickens and livestock. We don't make the basic necessities like soap and other needs for cleanliness that we need to use on a daily basis. Everything that we need, we now go to big companies and large retail entities for. And now these online services with their own delivery services for all of it. So somebody is always needing to be paid money now. To maintain and grow such an empire and economy, the exchange of goods themselves is not sufficient. I personally feel there is a lot that we are ignorant of within these pursuits nowadays. And I do hope for a day that we might come closer together again and organize an exchange system in which we consider one another part of our own essential community. I believe that that is one step towards redeeming our humanity. However, this is not what we are dealing with right now. If we continue to let the shadow of money go unseen, the more we will struggle independent of one another in this missing space in between, and this is largely unsustainable. You see, in the hatred of money, we find we still can't get rid of it. Yet, to expect the people to offer their services free of money, we fall into this illusion. And the striving for money makes us ill. In every illness, there is a lesson asking to be taught, something begging to be realized. And part of this lesson is simply the fact that money is an extension of life energy itself. Money in itself is a good thing. And the more we demonize it, the more that money will beg to stop being so misunderstood. The more apparent it will become in our lives. See how that works? It is because of our shadow behind money and our negative emotions around it that we exhibit irresponsibility around income and around what goes out and what comes in, and it leads to all of the restrictions around it, all of the mass control over it, and the struggle to manifest it. In my own services, when I ask for an exchange of money in return for something you need, it is not out of greed or whatever I can get out of it. It is the return of energy needed for me to keep providing it to you. It is because I find this kind of value in what I have to offer you, and I recognize how others need it, and because of this need, it retains value. Now, if you don't need it, if you don't value it, then there is no point in this exchange anyway. Truth is, the best way to make money is to fulfill a need. I have been on the other side of the coin, where I offered way too much for free without asking for anything in return, and humanity in the shadow aspect of itself takes advantage of that every time. So I created loads of content that I'd spent hours and hours and lots of energy on, often taking time I could have spent being present with my family, time that I didn't have to dedicate to being on my phone for hours on end, putting in enough energy and care into ensuring that when I had to offer, or what I had to offer, came to you beautifully packaged and well presented. Can't believe me how this took plenty of dedication and energy. And what I noticed is myself becoming more and more depleted. Not just for the lack of recognition or acknowledgement, not just for so many people expecting it to be totally given for free, not for it being so entirely underappreciated, but for wondering if anything I had to offer was even needed. So I stopped putting it all out there. I greatly downsized, instead decided to pour my energy into my family and myself entirely. Still, I have this drive within me for healing and for helping others to heal, as well as heal myself. And everything I know and everything that I learn, and in all the ways that I'm gifted for this, I simply cannot stop. And I know that there is somebody out there who needs what I have. And I have a lot to offer. So I took what I have and I focused it in on small groups and specific channels. I still offer a lot of free content that I'm happy to provide. But I know that those who really need it will come to me asking me for more personalized work, asking for me to dive deeper with them. And those who see value in what I have to offer will offer the exchange to receive even more. Not only are we circulating this abundance of energy this way, helping one another to keep that energy flowing, but we are circulating deeper healing in this world and reconstructing just destructive beliefs. I hope that I have set the groundwork here for redeeming the value of money and of adding that value to one another. They say that money is the root of all evil, but the truth is that love is the root of monetary abundance. And with true uninhibited love comes the healing of wounded patterns and the illumination of shadows and the shifting of fucked up paradigms. I am Zandra the Explorer, and as an explorer of shadows and a shifter of fucked up paradigms, I delve into the depths that others fear to tread. I illuminate the unseen, and I demand authentic transformation. Have a good week.